Hi everyone, my name is Phyllis and I'm the owner of Moody Quilting Fabrics, and we are going to continue with our applique along with this block that I had discussed in the last video, and I explained to you in the last one how to prep your fabric that you're going to sew on and your trace of pattern that goes on top. And I'm going to say one more thing about this, is that I like to use an overlay, because when I design my own blocks, sometimes when I start sewing the pieces, I might feel that I need to skew and move a leaf a little bit, and then if I marked the fabric, the background fabric, with my pattern layout, then I would have some lines that I would have to try to get rid of. So that's why I use an overlay, because then you can skew a leaf and just move it a little bit, and or add something or take away something, and you will not have anything to remove from your background. So let's get on with this. The first thing we have to do now to get ready for sewing is to prep all our freezer paper pieces. And let me just move this out of the way so you can see. So this is that piece, and then there's 8 petals with a light and a dark. So those are these pieces. See how they just kind of fall into place there? And then these ones go underneath, and they're all the same shape. Okay, now you might notice that I am using full shapes of teardrops. So you can go in and just kind of trace it on your pattern, and use your pattern. You can trace. I have designed all these shapes with my Quilt die cutter. These are my shapes. I designed them, and then I paid to have the boards made, and I prep a lot of these pieces. You can find some of these pieces in my shop. If there is a demand and people contact me directly, either by phone or by email, saying that they would like to buy some of the shapes already pre-done, I would prep the shapes and package them under my name. So this one would go here, and this little piece would go in here, and then again I have 8 pieces for this petal in a dark reddish orange and a bright orange. Then there's the 2 leaves, and these are full shapes. Like I said, you don't have to have all this underneath because it's covered, but I just happen to use full shapes because, like I said, I cut them with my die cutter. This leaf is this one, this leaf is this shape, these go here, and then I have some circles. So I have a big circle to go underneath here. I have a circle here and a circle there. So these are all my pieces. I've prepped them all. I've put them aside. So now the next thing I need to do is get these ironed. And I do needle turn. So this is what we're going to do in this series, is needle turn applique. And I'm going to show you. So right now I've just pulled off all my shapes. I'm just going to put this off of camera, and so I see them, and I'm going to pull my fabrics over here. So this one and this one is going to be the purples. So I'm going to get my petals for that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for this one, and 4 for this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to get these ironed on. I'm just going to make sure my iron is hot. Take off the steam. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull these aside. Now I like to put my, like I said, we're doing needle turn. So I put my my pieces on top of my fabric. And let me just move this, and let me just make sure I'm on camera so you can see this fairly well. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to iron this, and actually I'm just going to turn it this way. That's better. That's better. All right, so we're going to put, this is the right side of the fabric. We're going to put, leaving plenty of room around, making sure the shiny side is down. This is freezer paper, so you need to put the shiny side down because that is the side that gets hot. And we're going to do 4 like this. Now I'll prep them like this and leave them like this, and then I will cut them off the main fabric and then bag them up. And when I get to them, then they're already ironed on to the fabric and it's all chosen. So I'll do one more. This is quite different. I think I'm going to work in this area. Let me just see. And let's just move this up a little bit. So I just want to make sure that I miss this green because these are supposed to be the flower petals. So I don't mind a little greeny in there, but I don't want a lot of green. And I'm giving plenty of room because I'm trying to avoid this little green. So there's way more, but I do have a tendency. I've got loads of fabric. I don't have a problem being wasteful. Some of you are probably cringing, going, oh my God, she's really got a lot of space. But that's just me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and iron this down. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit more. And there we go. And we're going to cut that off. So that flower is prepped. That flower is completely prepped except for the circle. I always do my circles last. I choose my fabrics for my circles last because that's just me. I want to try them out and see what is the best color. Sometimes I change my mind. I think I know what I want and then I go and change my mind. All right, so you continue doing that with all your little freezer papers. Okay, and I'll do that later. But that's how I choose, how I prep. Now let's pull this over here. And the first thing we need to do also is to prep the stems. Okay, so that is this piece, and you cut it on the bias at 1 inch. Okay, so you would cut this at 1 inch. And to prep this, you want to fold it in half. Do not stretch because it's on the bias, so be very careful. So you'd fold it in half and iron it. I'm only going to do, well, why not? It's a small little piece. So you continue folding it and do not stretch, do not press down, just let the iron do its thing. You see that I'm using steam, so you have to be extra careful. I like to use steam because I want to make sure that that seam is going to stay put. The next thing after you iron it in half, you are going to iron it not quite half, almost to half, because you want to make sure that that raw edge is tucked in. And then you will fold it. It's hot. You know what? I'm going to take the steam off and then I'll hit it with steam after. So after that, we just want to iron this down halfway. Just going to do a little bit more and then I'll show you what my piece looks like. So that is this. So this is the raw edge here. This is going to be the right side, and this is all ready to be trimmed down and to fit into the spaces here. So that is what you need to do for your next class. Is you need to prep all your freezer paper pieces. If you do not want, you can just take your pattern. You can take your pattern and trace out all the different shapes. Okay, and this shape is the same shape for all 8, and this is the same as these shapes, and then you have your 3. This is a bigger circle than these, and then these ones here are different, and this is a different petal also. So that's what I want you to get done. I want you to choose your fabrics, trace out your freezer paper, make your decisions for all your different petals, all the fabrics, and prep your bias and iron it, and then bag everything for the next lesson. So if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe and click the bell to get notifications for when I upload new content to the YouTube channel. And you can get this pattern for free on my website, madmoodyquiltingfabrics.com. And these shapes you can request to have them cut and pay for them to be cut. I haven't done them all, but I can do packages up. If you're interested, contact me directly and by email and with your address and phone number, so we can talk about what exactly you're looking for in these papers. If you want just a kit for the individual pieces, what you would need to do one block, or you want packages of whatever I put together for leaves and all the pieces that you see here. So I hope to see you again next time. Like I said, the pattern is a free download on my website. And that's it. We'll see you next time. And next time we're going to be doing a little bit of sewing. Okay, thank you. Bye.